If you're buying a new TV this year, you need to stop. You're about to waste hundreds on the wrong brand. Every big name is pushing new tech, but who is secretly failing? We're ranking the top 10 TVs of 2025 from the brands you absolutely must avoid all the way to the undisputed king. This is your shortcut to saving money and getting the perfect TV. Let's start the countdown.
Kicking off our countdown at the 10th spot and leading our list of brands to be cautious about is the TCL QM6K. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad TV, but it represents the very bottom of the performance scale you should consider in 2025, and it comes with some notable compromises. The reason TCL is often categorized among the brands to approach with caution is simple: inconsistent quality control and historically mixed customer service. While their flagship models are amazing, their cheaper entry-level sets often suffer from panels that can have minor uniformity issues or simply not live up to the brightness claims of their bigger brothers. Dealing with their customer support if you encounter a dead pixel or a flicker issue can, for many users, be a frustrating experience that ends up negating the initial savings. However, the QM6K is here because it offers something genuinely revolutionary at its price point: Mini LED technology. Mini LED is a big deal because it replaces the large, chunky LEDs in a traditional TV with thousands of tiny, miniature LEDs. This allows the TV to control the backlight much more precisely. When you have a dark scene with one bright element, like headlights in a night shot, the TV can dim the dark areas very specifically, which improves contrast and makes blacks look deeper. The QM6K brings this tech down to a super affordable entry-level price, which is why it makes the list. It sets a new baseline for what a cheap TV can achieve. The second killer feature is its gaming performance. The QM6K offers 144 Hz refresh rate. If you're a gamer with a new console like a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, or especially a modern gaming PC, a high refresh rate is crucial for smooth, fluid motion. Most budget TVs are capped at 60 Hz. Getting 144 Hz plus features like VRR, or variable refresh rate, which eliminates screen tearing, is an incredible value for the price. But here are the compromises. To hit this price, TCL sacrifices peak brightness and sound quality. This TV is only average in a bright, sunny room. Its mini LED zones are fewer than the higher-ranked TCLs, meaning you might still see some mild blooming, which is that slight halo effect around bright objects. And the speakers are, frankly, tinny and weak. You absolutely need to factor in the cost of a soundbar if you buy this TV. Who is the TCL QM6K best for? It's ideal for buyers on a strict budget who want modern gaming features and who plan to watch TV in a dedicated dimmer space, like a basement or bedroom. It's the cheapest way to get into mini LED and 144 Hz gaming. But be aware, you are buying a budget brand's entry-level set, and the risk of quality control or customer service headaches is real. If you get a good panel, it's a steal. If you don't, be prepared for a potential battle. This is the definition of a high-value gamble.
Jumping immediately into a completely different league at number 9, we find the Sony Bravia 8 OLED. Now wait a minute, Sony? Sony is a brand you should avoid. No, not at all. But when we rank these TVs from worst to best based on overall value and performance for the price, the Sony Bravia 8 lands here for a specific reason. It's a specialized TV, and its premium price often only makes sense for a single demographic. For everyone else, you can often find better features or better value for your dollar further up this list. The Bravia 8 is the definition of a cinephile's TV, powered by Sony's exceptional image processing and color science. But where it truly shines is its deep integration with the PlayStation 5 ecosystem. That's the entire story here. Sony markets this TV as perfect for PlayStation 5, and they are not lying. It includes exclusive PS5 features like auto HDR tone mapping. The PS5 automatically sends the best possible HDR signal to the TV, and auto genre picture mode. The TV switches automatically to game mode for the lowest lag when you start playing. If you are a dedicated PS5 gamer, this seamless integration is a massive benefit that no other brand can match. It's an OLED TV, which means every single pixel lights itself up or turns completely off. This gives you truly perfect black levels and infinite contrast, the single best picture quality for movies, especially in a dark room. But here is where Sony justifies its spot at the bottom of the premium ranking: value and gaming ports. The Bravia 8 often comes in at a slightly higher price than competing LG or Samsung OLEDs, and it sometimes lacks the full complement of 4 full-spec HDMI 2.1 ports, often only having 2, one of which is the eARC port. For the high-end gamer who wants to plug in a PS5, an Xbox, and a gaming PC all at once, this is a significant limitation you shouldn't have to deal with at this price. However, we must talk about the unique acoustic surface audio technology. Instead of traditional speakers on the bottom or back, the TV screen itself subtly vibrates to produce sound. The effect is fantastic. Dialogue sounds like it is literally coming from the actors' mouths on the screen, and the sound field is much wider and more immersive than traditional speakers. If you are not using a dedicated sound system, the Bravia 8 offers the best built-in audio on the market. Who is the Sony Bravia 8 OLED best for? It is custom-made for PlayStation 5 owners and cinephiles who value accurate color processing and superior built-in audio over maximum gaming features. If you own a PS5 and don't plan on buying a dedicated soundbar, this TV is a tailored, superb choice. But if you're an Xbox or PC gamer, or if you already have a sound system, you are paying a premium for features you won't use. This is why it's ranked here. It's an amazing but highly specialized TV.
Back to TCL for a moment, but this time we're talking about a significant leap in quality. At number 8, we have the TCL QM7K. This is the model that shows why TCL is a brand you shouldn't completely write off, especially if you're trying to maximize features on a tight budget. If the QM6K was TCL dipping its toe in Mini LED, the QM7K is them taking a confident plunge. It offers a much higher number of Mini LED dimming zones compared to the QM6K. Let's quickly review Mini LED local dimming. The more dimming zones a TV has, the more control it has over light and shadow. Imagine a picture of the moon in a night sky. On a cheap TV, the light from the moon bleeds out and the area around it looks gray. That's blooming. With the QM7K's increased number of zones, the moon is bright and crisp, and the sky immediately surrounding it stays deep black. This dramatically improves contrast and color accuracy, making movies look far more three-dimensional and realistic. The QM7K takes all the gaming goodness of the QM6K, 144Hz refresh rate and low input lag, and improves the picture quality to match. This means you can get smooth, competitive gaming performance and a genuinely good-looking movie picture for a price that significantly undercuts comparable Mini LEDs from Samsung or Sony. This is where TCL truly shines, giving you 80% of the flagship features for 50% of the cost. So why isn't it ranked higher? It's still TCL. While the hardware is excellent for the price, the internal image processing, the software that takes the picture and cleans it up, isn't quite as sophisticated as the competition. Sony and Samsung use decades of experience and massive processing chips to fine-tune motion and clarity. TCL's processing, while adequate, can sometimes struggle with complicated, fast-moving scenes, leaving a little blur or less than perfect upscaling of low-resolution content. The user interface, while functional, usually running Google TV or Roku OS, can occasionally feel a bit sluggish or less refined than LG's WebOS or Samsung's Tizen OS. A note on HDR. The QM7K supports virtually every HDR format out there, including HDR10+, HDR10, and Dolby Vision. This is a huge advantage over some other brands, which famously choose not to support certain formats, looking at you, Samsung, and your lack of Dolby Vision. With the QM7K, you never have to worry about whether a streaming service is giving you its best possible picture format. Who is the QM7K best for? It is the sweet spot for the budget-conscious gamer who wants high-end features like mini LED and 144Hz performance. It's for the user who is confident they will get a good panel and who can overlook minor software shortcomings in exchange for a huge price saving. It's the smart, high-value step up from the entry-level QM6K and the best bang-for-your-buck gaming TV before you jump into the OLED world.
Pushing into the top half of our list, the competition gets fierce. At number 7 is a brand that has massively improved its reputation, but still deserves some scrutiny. The Hisense U8N. Hisense is like the new kid on the block who keeps showing up with bigger toys than everyone else. Their whole philosophy is about giving you the biggest, brightest specs for the lowest price. The U8N is the poster child for this strategy. The key feature of the U8N is pure, unfiltered brightness. This TV hits genuinely impressive numbers, often matching or even exceeding the peak brightness of some much more expensive flagship OLEDs. They call this their mini LED ULED panel, and the brightness is simply breathtaking. Why is extreme brightness important? Bright rooms. If your living room is a sunroom or you have huge windows that blast light onto your screen all day, you need a TV that can fight back. The U8N is one of the very best TVs for well-lit living spaces, where other TVs, especially standard OLEDs, would look washed out and dim. HDR highlights. Modern movies and games use HDR, high dynamic range, to make light sources like explosions, sun glares, or streetlights pop off the screen with stunning realism. The U8N delivers these HDR highlights with shocking intensity, giving your content incredible visual impact. Like the TCL, the U8N supports all HDR formats, including Dolby Vision, which is excellent. It also includes the high-end 144Hz refresh rate for amazing gaming performance. From a purely spec sheet perspective, the U8N looks unbeatable for the money. So what's the catch? Why isn't it ranked higher? The major lingering issue with Hisense is consistency and processing. Panel lottery. Hisense has a reputation for the panel lottery. You might get a perfect TV, or you might get one that has noticeable flaws, like blooming, slight color shifts, or an issue with the local dimming algorithms. This inconsistency makes it a riskier buy than a Samsung or LG, which have much tighter manufacturing tolerances. Processing struggles. Like TCL, the U8N's processing, the software brain, can sometimes be aggressive. To make the picture look that bright, the processor can sometimes oversaturate colors or struggle with motion in a way that premium brands don't. For the average viewer, this is fine, but for cinephiles, the picture can sometimes look a little too artificial or punchy compared to the nuanced realism of a Sony or LG. Who is the Hisense U8N best for? It's for value seekers who need a bright TV and prioritize maximum HDR impact and size for dollar. If you live in a bright room and your primary worry is fighting back the sunlight, the U8N is your champion. You accept the slight risk of the panel lottery and less refined processing in exchange for truly high-end brightness at a mid-range price. This is the ultimate specs-on-paper TV, and a great value choice, but it carries a higher risk than the brands above it. Now we move into the part of the list where the TVs are simply excellent, regardless of price. Our first genuinely top-tier mini LED is the TCL QM8K, landing at number 6. If the Hisense U8N is the brightness monster, the TCL QM8K is the control expert. It takes the mini LED concept and refines it with an incredibly high number of local dimming zones. This is where mini LED starts to close the gap on OLED for most people, especially in living room environments. The QM8K has highly effective local dimming. This means that when you watch a dark movie, the blooming, that annoying glow around bright objects, is almost completely eliminated. The blacks are deep and inky, and the highlights are incredibly crisp. This TV is a perfect example of why the battle between mini LED and OLED is so fierce in 2025. Mini LED can now deliver near OLED black levels while being significantly brighter than any OLED on the market. This makes the QM8K the best choice for a specific user, someone who wants the brightness of an LED TV but the contrast of an OLED.
Why is this TV ranked above the Hisense U8N, even though both are hyper-bright mini LEDs? The answer is the processing and refinement. The QM8K's picture processing is simply more polished than the Hisense. Its motion handling is cleaner, its upscaling is better, and the local dimming algorithms are smarter, resulting in fewer distracting errors or artifacts. When you're spending this much money, that consistency and refinement are worth the slight premium over the U8N. The QM8K also includes every gaming feature you could want: 144Hz, VRR, and support for all HDR formats. It truly is a flagship-level TV experience. Note on HDR. The extreme brightness here means HDR content has unparalleled impact. When the sun shines or a flashbang goes off in a game, it is physically dazzling. In fact, in most brightly lit rooms, the QM8K will deliver a more impressive and vibrant picture than most standard OLEDs, simply because it can overcome ambient lights so effectively. Who is the TCL QM8K best for? It is the perfect TV for bright room performance and serves as an excellent value alternative to OLEDs. If you are a movie lover or gamer who knows your room gets a lot of sun, the QM8K offers a premium viewing experience that doesn't require you to close the blinds just to see the picture clearly. It is the best mini LED from the value brands, successfully challenging the big names at their own game by providing flagship performance at a lower price point. It represents the point where TCL is no longer a budget brand, but a genuine performance leader.
We've reached the top 5, and this is where we transition fully into the world of OLED TVs, the best picture technology available. At number 5, we have the LG C5 OLED. The LG C series has been the best-selling, most highly regarded OLED TV for years, and the C5 continues that legacy by delivering the perfect balance of price, performance, and features. The C5 is the mid-range OLED standard that every other TV on this list, mini LED or otherwise, is measured against. The reason is the perfect black levels and infinite contrast that only OLED can provide. The moment you watch a movie in a dark room on an OLED, you can never go back. There is simply no other technology that can make a black sky look truly black. LG has always understood the needs of the modern consumer, and the C5 is a gamer's dream TV. It comes with 4 full-spec HDMI 2.1 ports. This is a huge deal. It means you can connect your PS5, Xbox Series X, gaming PC, and a high-end soundbar, and every single device can run at the maximum resolution and frame rate, 4K at 120Hz or even 144Hz, as the C5 supports this higher refresh rate. No more swapping cables or compromising on features. This is the versatility every serious gamer needs. The C5 also runs on WebOS 25, LG's excellent smart TV platform. It is fast, intuitive, and extremely easy to use, which is a big deal when you consider how sluggish some other smart TV platforms can be. It seamlessly integrates all your streaming apps and smart home devices. So, why is this amazing OLED only ranked number 5? 2 reasons. Brightness. The LG C5 is still not the brightest OLED available. In a room flooded with sunlight, the mini LEDs we just discussed, QM8K and UN8, will look more vibrant. The C5 is better suited for rooms where you can control the lighting. The G series. LG makes an even better version, the G5, which ranks higher on this list. The C5 is the smart, high-value choice, but it's not the ultimate LG experience. Who is the LG C5 OLED best for? It's the ultimate TV for gamers and general users seeking a versatile, mid-range OLED TV. If your room has reasonable light control, you can close the blinds or dim the lights, and you need those 4 full HDMI 2.1 ports for all your consoles and devices, the LG C5 is the perfect, safe, and universally praised choice. It delivers the essential OLED picture quality with an unbeatable feature set for the modern connected home.
Sliding in at number 4 is the Samsung S90F OLED. This is where Samsung's QD-OLED, quantum dot OLED technology, makes its play, and it's a huge step up from the LG C5 for one main reason: color and vibrancy.
Traditional OLEDs use a white subpixel to achieve brightness, which can slightly dilute the colors. Samsung's QD-OLED panel uses quantum dots to create light and color, which results in colors that are noticeably more vibrant, more saturated, and significantly brighter, especially the highlights. This technology is widely regarded as offering the most visually striking color performance on the market. For the value-conscious buyer, the S90F is the perfect way to get that incredible QD-OLED performance without the flagship price tag. The S90F includes everything a modern TV needs: 4K at 144 Hz refresh rate, ultra-low input lag, and a very sleek design. It truly is near flagship OLED performance at a much more aggressive price point. The catch with the S90F, and the reason it sits at number 4, is the Samsung tax on features. No Dolby Vision. Samsung still refuses to support Dolby Vision, the most popular and often highest quality HDR format, used by Netflix, Disney+, and many 4K Blu-rays. Content defaults to HDR10+, which is good, but many viewers prefer the fidelity of Dolby Vision. This is a deliberate omission that hurts its standing for cinephiles. Gaming ports, like the LG C5, the S90F offers excellent gaming ports, but Samsung's internal architecture can sometimes be tricky for users who are new to their Tizen smart platform, and its menu system is often considered less intuitive than LG's WebOS. Who is the S90F OLED best for? It is ideal for value-conscious buyers wanting near-flagship OLED performance who prioritize pure color vibrancy over features like Dolby Vision. If you want a TV that makes animated movies and colorful video games look absolutely stunning, the QD-OLED panel in the S90F is unbeatable at this price point. It's a color powerhouse and an incredible value, making it a great alternative to the LG C5 for those who don't need Dolby Vision.
Our bronze medal winner is the LG G5 OLED. This TV is what happens when LG takes everything that made the C5 great and turns the dial up to 11. The G stands for gallery, and its design reflects that. It's designed to mount virtually flush to the wall, looking like a piece of art. However, be warned, if you don't wall mount it, you must buy a stand separately as it doesn't come with one. The reason the G5 is ranked so highly is its revolutionary jump in brightness thanks to its new panel technology, often called a micro lens array or MLA. The G5 is capable of reaching high peak brightness over 2000 nits, which is a massive leap forward for OLED technology. This huge brightness boost means that the LG G5 is a viable option for bright rooms. While the mini LEDs were great at fighting light, the G5 can now deliver that perfect OLED contrast and those deep blacks while being bright enough to look fantastic in a regular sunlit living room. It's the first OLED where you truly don't have to compromise on brightness. For gamers, the G5 is a beast. It features a stunning 4K at 165 Hz refresh rate, the fastest on a console-friendly TV, along with a full set of 4 full-spec HDMI 2.1 ports. This is the ultimate gaming feature set, combining the perfect contrast of OLED with the highest speed available. The only reason the LG G5 isn't our #1 pick is the price. It comes with a significant premium over the C5, and while the jump in brightness is amazing, our top 2 picks offer slightly better performance for a similar or marginally higher cost, usually due to their superior processing or color technology. Who is the LG G5 OLED best for? It is the choice for premium, bright room viewing and high-end gaming. If you are wall mounting your TV and you want the absolute best of both worlds, the perfect blacks and colors of an OLED combined with the high brightness of a mini LED, the LG G5 is the perfect solution. It's the highest expression of traditional OLED technology and is a spectacular TV for literally any kind of content.
Taking our silver medal spot is the Sony Bravia 8 Mark II. This is a TV that is absolutely obsessed with image accuracy and cinema quality presentation. Unlike the specialized Bravia 8 at the start of our list, the Bravia 8 II uses the superior QD-OLED panel, like Samsung. It combines Samsung's vibrant high-brightness color capability with Sony's legendary cognitive processor XR, the best processing brain in the business. Sony's processing doesn't just make the picture look good, it attempts to understand what the picture is and optimize it the way a human brain would. It focuses on the main subject, enhances depth and texture, and is unmatched at taking standard HD content and upscaling it to look sharp and clean on a 4K screen. For movie lovers, this means you get the most realistic, nuanced, and detailed picture possible. The Bravia 8 II excels in color accuracy. It is factory calibrated to deliver colors exactly the way the filmmaker intended. It is the gold standard for watching movies. Up close, the texture and depth are so real that when you stand close to the screen, the image doesn't look like pixels, it looks like a real scene. Built-in audio, it retains Sony's amazing Acoustic Surface Audio Plus technology, making it the best-sounding TV on the list for those without a dedicated speaker system. For gamers, while its gaming features are strong, 4K at 144 Hz and all the PS5 features, it's not quite as feature-rich as the LG or Samsung for pure port count. However, the picture quality in game mode is so stunning that the slight port limitation is often overlooked by users. Why is it ranked above the LG G5? While the G5 is brighter overall, the sheer quality and accuracy of the Sony QD-OLED panel combined with the superior processing results in a more immersive home cinema experience. For many experts, Sony's image is simply the most beautiful and realistic picture you can buy. Who is the Sony Bravia 8 II best for? It is the TV for cinephiles and dedicated PlayStation 5 gamers who want an immersive, top-tier viewing experience with superb built-in sound. If your passion is movies and picture quality accuracy is your absolute #1 priority, this is your TV. You pay a high price, but you are getting the closest thing to a Hollywood monitor you can put in your living room.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the peak. The absolute undisputed champion of the 2025 TV market is the Samsung S95F OLED. The S95F takes everything great about the other high-end models and wraps it into a single, flawless package, eliminating nearly every compromise. It is the ultimate expression of modern TV technology. It starts with the panel. It uses the newest generation of QD-OLED technology, making it brighter than the S90F and delivering the same stunning color vibrancy. But what truly separates the S95F are two critical features. One, the glare-free screen. This is a revolutionary feature. Samsung has engineered an anti-glare screen finish that dramatically reduces reflections from windows, lamps, and overhead lights. This solves the last major weakness of older OLEDs. You can put this TV in a sunlit living room and the picture stays clear and sharp. This makes the S95F superior to the LG G5 in terms of real-world usability in bright environments. And two, the One Connect box. This is Samsung's signature design feature and the cleanest cable management solution in TV history. Instead of having all your HDMI, power, and USB ports in the back of the TV, they are all routed to an external One Connect box, which connects to the TV panel itself with a single, thin, almost invisible cable. If you are wall mounting, this eliminates the dreaded cable spaghetti mess, creating the cleanest, most minimalist setup possible. For gamers, it's simply the best on the list. It offers a 4K at 165 Hz refresh rate and 4 full-spec HDMI 2.1 ports. Combine that speed and port count with the perfect contrast of QD-OLED and the anti-glare screen, and you have the most feature-complete, high-performance gaming TV in the world. The only remaining drawback, the same as the S90F, no Dolby Vision support. But with the incredible brightness and color fidelity of this QD-OLED panel, the loss of Dolby Vision is barely noticeable for most users.
The S95F is the complete package. It delivers the stunning contrast of OLED, the extreme color of QD, the speed of a high-end gaming monitor, the usability of a bright room TV, and the sleek design of a gallery piece. It is the flagship standard of 2025. Who is the Samsung S95F OLED best for? It is for the buyer who wants overall top-tier performance in any room. If you prioritize the absolute best picture quality combined with the best gaming features and the cleanest design solution, the Samsung S95F is the TV to buy. It justifies its high price tag by delivering the most complete, compromise-free viewing experience on the market. It is the undisputed king.
There you have it, your full roadmap for buying a TV in 2025. We've gone from the risky mini LED deals to the undisputed OLED champion. The bottom line is this: the brands you must avoid are the ones selling cheap, entry-level models that lack modern features and rely on outdated processing. Don't be fooled by big sales on last year's low-end sets. Instead, focus on this list. Best value? The TCL QM8K for its incredible brightness and bright rooms. Best for gaming ports? The LG C5 or G5, which gives you all 4 HDMI 2.1 ports and 144 Hz. Best picture quality? The Sony Bravia 8 II for cinephiles. The overall king? The Samsung S95F, the ultimate TV with its glare-free QD-OLED panel and One Connect box. Choosing the right TV is about knowing which compromises you're willing to make. But with this guide, you now know how to avoid the traps and invest in a TV that will make every movie, show, and game look absolutely stunning. Which one of these top 10 TVs is going home with you? Let me know your choice in the comments below. I've put all the links and current pricing for these models in the description to help you find the best deals. If this guide helped you avoid a bad purchase, please hit that like button and subscribe for more honest tech reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.